How do you fix an incorrect CBP admission stamp or I-94 record? I'm Erick Widman, I'm an immigration lawyer, and when you enter into the United States and you're coming in on a visa, you have to carefully look at your CBP admission stamp and your electronic I-94 record. It's essential that you double check that the CBP officer got all that information correct. That's because your underlying status is incredibly important for making sure that you follow all of the required rules, that you don't overstay your period of authorized stay, that you show USCIS that you've done what you're supposed to when you're applying for your next benefit. And so when you're entering into the United States, you're going to get a stamp in your passport. Your admission stamp shows the date you were admitted. It shows the date in the future that you have to leave, how long you've been admitted for, and it also shows your current status, your immigration status. It's possible that any one of those three things could be listed incorrectly. So as soon as possible, as soon as you remember, look and double check that your admission stamp is correct. If it's not correct, you'll want it to get fixed as quickly as possible. And unfortunately, when there has been an incorrect notation in your passport, you can't fix that by email. You're going to have to go set up an appointment at a CBP deferred inspection site, which is different than the secondary inspection, which happens at the airport. The deferred inspection with CBP is in the closest CBP office, typically where you're staying or where you live. So you'll set up an appointment by phone quite often, and you'll be told what you need to bring in to prove your identity. You'll bring your passport, of course. You'll provide evidence of what your correct status should be, the correct information. You bring your passport in and it can be corrected by a CBP officer right there at that deferred inspection office. You also want to check that your online arrival departure record, your I-94 record, is correct. So if you fly into the United States or you come through a seaport, all of those arrival departure records are online, on the internet, available for download. And this arrival departure record also shows how long you're authorized to stay in the US and what your status is and other key details about you, like your name and how it's spelled. Definitely check out your I-94 record as soon as it's made available. They're improving the speed that this should happen, but it should be done relatively quickly. Check your I-94 record, and then if it's incorrect, if anything needs to be adjusted, you will want to email CBP and ask them to fix it. So this is more convenient than driving all the way to a deferred inspection appointment, but look up online or contact an immigration law firm where you live and find out what the correct email address is to request that your I-94 record is fixed. You'll have to include a lot of information that they typically list out for you online, what you need to provide, and then you explain what's incorrect, what the correct information should be, and then they can get that fixed for you online. This is important. Definitely make sure you check your admission stamp, check your I-94 record. Let us know if you have any questions, and definitely take care.